All right. Welcome to the replay, everybody. Welcome to the replay. You know what to do to share. You swipe to the right, Apple. Everybody in the Apple world, everybody in the Android world, you swipe from the bottom to the top. Share, share, share. Good morning, good morning. All right, come on in, you guys. We're going to get started here in about 2 minutes. We want you to share, share, share. Share with everybody. Share with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. All right, because we're back after, we've been gone. I forgot how many days, but it seems like forever. Seems like forever trying to get Meerkat set up here. Seems like forever, brothers and sisters. But welcome back. Welcome back to the money game. We're going to pick up where we left off, talking about money, the rules to play to win and not to lose by default. And today we're going to talk about gold. That has been popping up here. Hey, good morning, Meerkat. Good morning. Sun's in my face. Sun decided to come out. It's been raining off and on this morning, but it looks like to be coming out. Welcome, Quasi. Welcome, Quasi. We need for everybody to share. We need to double up the count real quick, brothers and sisters. This is hashtag Black Dollars, hashtag Black Economy, hashtag Black Wealth, hashtag Black Wealth. All right. This is not common content. This is not content you can just pick up on the internet. It'll never show up on Yahoo News. All right, it'll never show up on TMZ. Hey, Nakia. It'll never show up on BET. Not this way. Not hashtag Black Economy, Black Dollars, Black Wealth. All right. They like to touch on it from the mainstream perspective, which is not our perspective here at the Money Game, okay? So welcome. Let's double up, you guys. I won't get started until we get some more people into this live stream. So go ahead. I need for everybody to share right now. Go ahead and share. Oh, okay. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, miss you guys too. But I was in Detroit with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan celebrating our annual Savior's Day event, which was very powerful as always. And you might be hearing the buzz around the minister's comment about securing Beyonce. Would encourage everybody to go to NOI.org, and watch that lecture. That's something about the money game we'll get into on some more live streams. Is you want to get direct information. You don't want to go by gossip. You don't want to go by hearsay. I mean, people who play the money game to win, they know better than to go by hearsay. They might get a word from somebody, but then they go and investigate for themselves. They don't run off, investing their money based on that word, unless that word comes from a very, very reliable source. So, brothers and sisters, let's go ahead and get started. It's 1 minute after. We like to go about 15 minutes or so and then open up for questions and answers. Turn it around. Hey, good morning. Wa alaikum salam. Good morning, everybody. Go ahead and if you're new, put your name and what city you're from. Let's go ahead and get acquainted with each other. Let's go. Wa alaikum salam, Sister Candace. Let's go ahead and get acquainted with each other. All right. My name is DarrellMuhammad. For those who don't know me, welcome to the Money Game. I'm a real estate investor, mentor, coach, entrepreneur, businessman. Have been off and on, full and part-time for the last 30 years. I'm a networker, network marketer, and have been a stockbroker. I was in the top 1% of all stockbrokers in America when I was a stockbroker from 1996 to 2002. And it started my quest to understand, money and how it's played and how to win at the money game started prior to 1996. Okay, so what I want to do, brothers and sisters, on these live streams that we've been doing, I don't know, Candace, how long? I don't know, a couple of months. We've been doing the Money Game live stream, is to help us out, help out black people, help out our community, to help us understand and demystify what it takes to win at the money game. All right, what it requires to win at the money game. And that's what we're missing in the black community. We're missing the understanding of what it is to win at the money game. And I can rest assure you, brothers and sisters, it is not what you think it is. Right? It's not what you've been taught by mass education, mass information, mass media, mass perception, mass idea. That is not it. Anything that's for the masses of the people is to control the masses of the people. Okay? So let's just keep it real simple and clear. So these streams are here, brothers and sisters, to prick your consciousness, to show you and give you a different perspective to you, so you can go out and you can verify it for yourself. Right? Don't be a cynic and hear something different and just say it's wrong just because. Right? Right can be verified and proven, and so can wrong. All right? So it's here to share this information that I've learned over the last 30 years and continue to learn. All right? Through education, but most importantly through experience. So brothers and sisters, you can empower yourself, so you can economically empower your family, but most importantly, our community. All right? If you leave out the community piece, then this message is not for you. All right? It doesn't make you a bad person if you're only looking out for yourself and your family, but we are looking to connect and resonate and build a coalition of those who are equally, if not more, concerned with the economic strength, the economic sovereignty of our black community. That's why it's clearly hashtag black wealth, black economy, black dollars. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started in today's content, and then we're going to open up for question and answers in about 15 minutes, brothers and sisters. So the money game. Learning the rules of the money game to win and not to lose. Right? To win and not to lose. There's different rules that you have to play every day, all the time, to win. Thank you, Living Sheep. Good to see you again. And there's games and rules and strategies that we play to lose, right? In order to even have a chance at winning, brothers and sisters, we have to play by the rules to win. Doesn't guarantee that you'll win, but it does guarantee that you'll have a chance of winning. If you play the rules not to win, or play play by the rules, right? That are losing rules, then you have no chance of winning. You have no chance of winning. Winning is not in your control. It's out of your control. So today we want to talk about something that pops up on questions and answers. And brother, go ahead and share, restream it over there at Meerkat, and share. Please share. All right? Please share. Now, if you like what you hear, if you like what you heard on some of our other live streams, then definitely let's connect. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net. DarrellMuhammad.net. Sister Candace, somebody put that in there. Hey, Gold Digger. DarrellMuhammad.net. To make sure you spell Darrell and Muhammad right. DarrellMuhammad.net. And to find me on all the social medias, it's Darrell Muhammad also. All right? We're starting to work our way and get more. Thank you so very much, Sister Neon B and Sister Candace. So we're working now and using more of Snapchat. All right? Snapchat. All right? Snapchat. Need for everybody to share, but so let's go ahead and double up this content, because it stays on Periscope only for 24 hours, and then I have to download it and put it on my blog, right? Which I've been busy the last couple of weeks, so I apologize. So we're behind. We're very, very behind on the replays, okay? So you want to share to give your friends the same opportunity to get this message about black economics, black wealth, and black, dollars, okay? Black dollars. So thank you very much, Nakia, for sharing, all right? So let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. Today we want to talk about gold. Gold, yes or no? Gold, yes or no? Should I buy gold? What I hear about it, should I buy it? What's going on? I mean, I never heard of it. I mean, what does this have to do with winning at the money game? I mean, gold, okay, all right. I got that. Gold. What about gold? Why should I buy gold? For most black folks, all the gold we have is around our neck or covering our teeth. And that's the most educated, all right? the most educated of us only have gold or rings, have gold rings, gold necklaces, or gold teeth, right? And it only displays to those who understand that we don't understand, right? So it has nothing to do with your education. It has nothing to do with you riding in a Mercedes and speaking good English and having a degree. If all we have is gold rings, gold necklaces, and gold teeth, then it only proves that we don't know. Or gold-covered plates, right? Plates, that's what rich people have, gold trimming plates. Then it shows us that no matter what our income level is as black people, our education level is as black people, right? Or our accomplishments as black people, we don't have a clear understanding, right? And we need a clear understanding. A plane cannot fly or cannot land unless there's clear visibility, right? You have to circle around, you have to make sure and triple check and double check and make sure that everything is okay, because they can't depend on their vision. A pilot can't depend on what he sees if his vision is blurry. So right there, his mind automatically goes into a state, right, of alert, right? He goes to a state of consciousness, a higher level of attentiveness, because one way of seeing and operating has been minimized or totally eliminated. Okay, so he has to depend on other things. So, brothers, so we're talking about gold, yes or no? Gold, yes or no? What does it have to do with the money game? All right, go ahead and share. Let's go ahead and double up this count right here. Hit that parrot dude in the corner and share, brothers and sisters. You know, just the mere fact that there's not hundreds on here, like several hundred, like 1,000 on here, like at when Jamal Bryant goes on, right, with the spiritual realm. Right? Like Gary Vanderchuk. I've been watching him this morning. Right? He goes on with 600. But when black folks talk about money, when black folks talk about money for black folks, right? Then our numbers are real weak. See, if I was a motivational speaker, right, and I had the kind of rhythm of a preacher, right, and used terminology, hook words like preachers use, this thing will be full. This thing will be full. But one thing you have to learn about the money game, brothers and sisters, right? The movers and shakers in the money game is just a few, right? So I'm not discouraging. You don't be discouraged when you learn this new knowledge and you go out and exercise it and you get excited and you want to share with your friends and relatives and they show no interest, right? Or they show, it's just rhetoric. Don't be discouraged, right? Because only a few learn the rules of the money game to win and play by those rules. That's why the top 1% of the wealthiest people in America and the world own the rest of the world. That's no mystery, right? And if it's a mystery, I want to help to start uncovering the mystery that they keep away from everybody else. And I can rest assure you, it's the money game, the rules of the money game to win and not to lose. So gold. So should I buy gold? Should I not buy gold, Darrell? What is gold for? Now, I'm just like most people. You know, that was one of my reasons to become a stockbroker, because I wanted to get on the inside, right? I wanted to get to the closest to the money as I possibly can, right? To the movement of the money, to the circulation of the money, to the investing of the money. I wanted to get in that space, and that's why I became a stockbroker. And that helped me to understand different investment strategies, different investment tools, different investment methods and approach, and what the tools are used for. See, tool is just an instrument, right? It's just something that you use to accomplish a specific goal. So just having goal and not understanding why you should get it really almost, if not, defeats the purpose. All right? So go ahead and share right now, brothers and sisters. Go ahead and share. We'll make it real quick. It's in the middle of your day. Go ahead and share. And you want to watch as much as you can on live stream, because you tell yourself, oh, I'll catch it on the replay. There's something else I'd rather be doing. Right? If you don't have to do something else, stay for the full duration. Okay? All right? And watch it later and share it later as well. So gold. Now here's what I learned as a stockbroker. All right? There's two reasons. Get ready to put these in the stream. Sister Candace Niambe. There's two reasons why people buy gold. Investors buy gold. Knowledgeable people buy gold. People that buy gold with a purpose. One is to hedge against inflation. Number one, somebody put that in there. The number one reason why investors, folks that play the money game to win with winning rules and not to lose, they buy gold to do one thing. One of the things they buy gold to do, and that's to hedge against inflation. Okay? And we'll talk about more of that a little bit later. The number two thing to do that they do is that they buy it, thank you very much, they buy it as currency. They buy it, with the mindset, the event that something happens, they're going to use it as you use U.S. dollars. They're going to use it as emergency currency. Put in there emergency currency. Emergency currency. All right, so those are the two reasons why smart people, why people who know the money game, the rules to win at the money game, why they buy gold. Number one, to hedge against inflation, and number two, for emergency currency. For emergency currency. All right, thank you very much, Sister Candace. All right, so you guys write that down in your notes. Emergency currency. All right, so let's talk about hedge inflation. Hedge inflation. Now, what does that mean, right? If you're not in that money space, you don't know what hedge mean, and you kind of know what inflation means, right? So hedge against inflation. So you have those investors who buy gold, not gold stocks. Buy gold, right? Actual physical gold. They buy it to hedge against inflation, meaning as the dollar weakens, right, and the purchasing power of the dollar drops, the value of gold goes up. You got that? So they call what's called adverse reaction, adverse response. I forgot. Adverse, okay? Adverse. So when one goes down, the other one goes up. So that's called hedging. You're balancing off your risk. So when you lose in one area, you're hedging against the dollar, right? You're betting against the dollar. You're betting, I'm buying gold, the bet that as the dollar declines, I believe that it will decline. This is the smart ones do. I know that it's going to decline because it has declined since they took the dollar off the gold standard. It has been losing value ever since. Okay? Ever since. So that's going to continue. So they buy gold to hedge against inflation, meaning the devaluation of the dollar. Inflation meaning your dollar buys less and less because everything around that dollar, everything that dollar is used for, everything in the economy that dollar circulates in, the cost is going up. Right? The cost is going up. And there's nothing attached to the dollar to give its value to keep up with inflation. You got that? To keep up with inflation. That's why rich people get more and more and more and more and more. All right? Yep, the dollar's lost 98% of its value. Right? So they get more and more money because they understand that. We say they're just being greedy. Money is the root of all evil. See, he a crook. Why he need all that money? He needs all that money because he knows that that dollar is sinking fast, and it's going to get to zero. And if it doesn't get to zero, right, then sometimes you're better off being wrong than being right. But you want to hedge. You want to hedge your decision, right? You want to hedge that if you're right, you won. And you want to hedge if you're wrong, you won, right? But history has proven that the dollar bill is losing value, has lost value, and will continue to lose value unless something drastically changes. And you just have to study. Now, here's what I want you to do, brothers. If you're serious about this, you're not just a voyeur, right? You're not just a looky-look. You're not just fantasizing, romanticizing and being here, right? And being in this space and dealing with this subject matter, right? If you want to get on the field and get in the game, here's what you need to do. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net, DarrellMuhammad.net. Click on more, hit reading list, and hit that book called Second Chance, right? Second Chance. Do that today. Do that after the live stream. And let me just share this with you. I learned from one of my mentors, Ed Beckley. He says, you know how bad somebody wants something by how they go after it. Not by what they say, but how they go after it. Okay? So if you do it, hey, good morning. So if you do it right away, that's an indication. But if you got to do it after lunch, and then after dinner, and then tomorrow, and then I forgot, then that's an indication as well. You know how bad somebody wants something by how they go after it, okay? So hedge against inflation. Hedge against inflation. That's number one reason why those smart money players buy gold, to hedge against inflation, okay? All right? Because they know that the dollar is not backed by anything but a person's belief that it's worth something. And if that goes down further enough and the people lose faith in the dollar, then the dollar is in trouble. They call that the run on the banks, right? When you say, you know what, man, I'm scared. This money, I need to bring my money closer to me, right? I need to hold on to my money. I need to put my money in a can and put it in the backyard, right? So people rush to the bank to withdraw all their money. If you know anything about the banking system, you should know that the bank does not have your cash in the bank account, at the bank. They only even have it at the Federal Reserve. They don't have all the money for every depositor in the bank. So therefore, they can't allow for you to have a run on the bank. So therefore, they do anything and everything they can to keep your confidence up, to have you believing that everything's okay when it's really not. All right? Because what happens is people will pull their money out of the bank, they'll buy gold, they'll pull their money out of the bank, and they'll buy real estate. All right? So you don't want to wait until things get to that point, because real estate going to be higher and gold's going to be higher. Get it while it's still at the current value. So hedge against inflation. If you need, you can sell the gold to get the cash, to buy food, shelter, and clothing. Brothers and sisters, when it gets to that point, to where you have to start using gold and assets to liquidate, to survive, then it's bad. The economy is really bad, right? When it has that kind of effect on people, right? That's real bad. And that's not the time to go out and start, hey, thank you. It's not the time to go out. All right, Brother Tawan, it's not the time to go out and look for gold. Go out and look for real estate. That's why, brothers and sisters, you got to stop being fanatic about something, right? And go out there and do it. The only thing we should be fans of is sports and entertainment. But when it comes down to content like this, right? That's a sister? Oh, sorry about that. When you come to content like this, then you don't need to be a fan. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. And if you don't do it, then that's bad business for you, right? So they get the gold, they hold it, times get hard, or the value of gold gets up and the value of the dollar starts going down, then they start selling the gold, right? To get the money to buy the things they need. Now, being that the gold has gone up, in the adverse effect, that's the word I'm trying to remember earlier, adverse effect, right? So if they're going in adverse directions, then they're hoping that the profit in the gold will offset the decline of the dollar, which keeps everything level. That's what they mean by hedge. That's the purpose for it. Hedging your bet. Hedging your bet. All right? You're hedging your bet. So that's number one. Number two, real quick, so we can open up for questions. Number two, real quick, is for emergency currency. Emergency currency. You buy in gold. You're accumulating gold. So when the dollar falls to almost nothing, right? To almost nothing or nothing at all, and the only thing of value, true value you have will be your gold coins, right? And you can use that as money because gold and silver are really the only currencies that are real currencies, right? That are real currencies. They made dollar a currency, but gold and silver is real currency, right? Even to the full extent of electricity can travel through gold and silver, right? Gold is money, exactly, right? So if you're going to buy gold for emergency currency, right? Bitcoins, no, I wouldn't do Bitcoins. That's brand new. See, when times get hard, brothers and sisters, you got to stick to what is basic and fundamental, and that's everything that has to do directly with the earth. Gold and silver is directly to the earth. Gold and silver has been traded for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, right? And gold and silver is a currency that you can trade anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. No one would question your gold and silver. They might question if it's real or not, but outside of that, they will not question it like they would question this dollar. If a dollar was worth zero, and you went to China and they know it's worth zero, because they're doing international trade, brothers and sisters, right? They're not like us. They're doing international trade. So you go and buy, and then they're going to tell all their merchants, it's going to ripple throughout China or around the world that the dollar's worth zero, don't take it. Because you better believe when it's worth zero, a whole lot of folks going to be trying to push that on somebody who don't know any better. But they're going to know better. You're going to assume they know better, right? So you're going to have your gold and or your silver, and you're going to trade that like money. I need bread, I need water, right? I need milk, I need orange juice, right? I need all these things to survive, right? Here's some gold. Here you go. And if somebody says, I don't want gold, man, give me a US some dollars, and dollars ain't worth nothing, then that's that person, that's a fool, right? That's a fool. But people in business will realize that the dollar's not worth anything, so they'll take anything of value. That's like a pawn shop, right? Pawn shop takes anything of value and give you cash. See what I'm saying? So they'll take the gold, they'll take the silver and give you your food. Let that cover for your rent or whatever the case may be. All right? So use it. Number two, you use it as an emergency currency. Emergency currency. Because at that point, it's going to be all about survival. Right? It's not going to be about coming to Panera Bread and getting you a coffee. Going to Starbucks and getting you a coffee. Right? Hopefully you've stopped doing that at that point. Right? Then it's not going to be about red box and cable. You would have let your cable go. Right? You'll be holding on to your cell phone for communication purposes. All right? Because you're going to need that. You're going to need that more in time of survival than anything else. And you're going to have your necessities. Right? To be able to, you might have to stop paying your car note. But at least you need some gas. Right? Right? Okay? So, brothers and sisters, that's what you have to understand. Those two things. Right? Hedge against inflation, emergency currency. Use gold as you would use money. Now, here's some pointers real quick. Hopefully, guys, you writing this stuff down, man. Hopefully, you guys writing this stuff down. Okay? You need to go to DarrellMuhammad.net. DarrellMuhammad.net. Thank you for restreaming over there, Chorizo at Meerkat. All right? Thank you for restreaming Madison at Meerkat. Okay? So here's some things. Here's some things you want to do. All right? First of all, you want to go to DarrellMuhammad.net. In the right-hand corner, you'll see some information where you can start a gold account. Right? Start a free gold account. Start buying you some gold and learn how to get free gold for free. Right? If you're watching this and you're in agreement and you don't do that, then you're all talk and no show. You're all hot air. And you're going to be the first one to get caught up in this mix because you've been given and haven't done. Right? It is said to much is given, much is required. Right? You've been given this information. If you know better, you do better. So go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Click on, it says open up a free gold account. Fill in your information and start buying you some gold. So here's what you need to do. You need to start buying gold, buying gold, buying gold. Every time you get paid, buy some gold. Now here's the beautiful thing about buying gold. It's not like buying supplements. It's not like buying health care products. It's not like buying anything out there on the market because you're not really buying gold. You're exchanging dollars for gold. You're making an exchange for gold. So it's not about, oh man, I ain't got no money for that. You're just taking your $65, $75, $100, $200, $500, and you say, hey, take this and give me some gold. Now you have gold worth that much or more. Right? So now you have more in gold than what you've given up in cash. And that's the idea. See what I'm saying? For us not to do it is to say that we don't understand. We understand all the way up to the point of execution. So how do we understand all the way up to execution, and then when it comes down to execute, we get fuzzy. It's not clear. Hashtag black dollars, hashtag black economy, hashtag black wealth. Black wealth, brothers and sisters. Stop giving your children worthless things for their birthday. Right? Stop giving them worthless things. Why don't you give them some gold? So number one, you want to buy it every time you get paid. Just exchange it. Number two, you want to buy in small increments. You want to buy in 1 gram sizes. Let me show you 1 gram sizes. Why? Because if you're going to use it, see that's it's 1 gram. You see that? 1 gram. Okay, that's 1 gram. See, it's on a credit card, right? You want to have it in small increments, brothers and sisters, because if you're going to use it as emergency currency and you're going to go buy goods and services to survive and get through the recession, to get through the recession, depression, to get through it, you're not looking for change, right? You're not looking for change back. So you buy all you can up to the value of that small amount of gold. You're not looking for change back. What kind of change they gonna give you back? Some dollars? You don't want the dollars. It's not worth anything. So what kind of change they gonna give you back? Some more gold back in change? They might, but don't bet on it, right? Don't bet on it. So if you have small increments, then you can get all you can up to the value of that gold and say, hey, keep the change. Keep the rest. I got to go. I'm surviving. It's about survival mode, because whoever survives wins. Whoever survives in battle wins. It has nothing to do with the storyline, how you won, what happened. If my opponent is dead and I'm still alive, then by default, right? Not even by default, but by default, I'm victorious, right? So buy, every time you get paid, buy, right? Buy in small increments, 1 gram, right? What else? Don't buy gold or silver printed by any government. You got that? You go do the research why. But don't buy any gold or silver that's printed by any government. Any government. Any government. All right? So don't do that. All right? Don't do that. Another one is don't buy gold stocks, because you're not buying the gold. You're buying stocks in the company who drill for gold. That's not the same thing. That's a stock market play. Right? We're not talking about playing stock market games. We're talking about playing by the rules to win at the money game. Rules to win at the money game. All right? So here's another one. Don't buy precious metal. Don't buy precious metal. See, you start getting out there in that space. Oh, Darrell said gold and silver, so I'm going here and check this thing out. Then you get caught up in the marketing hype, right? You get caught up in the precious metal. And only 10 of these were printed. And this got Susie B. Anthony on it. And, all this other kind of stuff. Right? Don't get caught up into that, brothers and sisters. Right? Because you're not buying it as an investment. I shouldn't say you're not buying it as an investment, but I'm not advising you to buy it as an investment. Right? Because when you start understanding that, if you buy unique things as an investment and times get hard and they really crunch down, wealthy people are not spending money on luxury items like you and I continue to spend until we just can't do it anymore. They'll cut off their luxury spending early because they see what's coming. See, we don't see what's coming because we're too far away. They're up close. They have their thumb on the pulse by playing the money game to win, knowing the rules to play to win, and being actively involved, not just watching somebody and get excited and then regurgitate it like you got a PhD. We're not passing out any certificates or no certificates of completion or anything like that on these streams. So just having an education don't do you any good unless you go out and use it, all right? So don't buy precious metal. Don't do that. Don't buy precious metal. And the other thing is, what is it? All right. If you're serious about gold buying, then go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Right-hand corner, open up a free gold account. Do that today. Right after this live stream, do that. Right? To open up the account is free, just like at a bank. But the bank ain't going to give you money to put in your bank. Right? The account is free. And then you have to buy the gold. All right? You have to buy the gold. All right? So here's the thing you want to do if you're serious, like me. Right? And I'm going to unite, and those that sign up and those who buy gold, it sends me an indication, and we're going to get with you, and we're going to have our little private group. Right? We're going to have our little private group, because that means you're serious, because you bought your ticket of admission. Right? You're speaking with your mouth with your dollars, what you're speaking with your mouth. Okay? So here's the thing you want to do for those of us who are serious. Set a goal. Set a goal to have a percentage of gold ratio to dollars in the bank. Percentage of gold ratio to dollars in the bank. Say, for example, I say I want to have a 30% gold to dollar ratio. Gold to dollar ratio in the bank. So if I got $1,000 in the bank, 30% of that would be what? $300 worth of gold. Right? $300 worth of gold. Right? So come up with a target gold to dollar ratio. Gold to dollar ratio. All right. You know, you said earlier, and it's been proven during the Nixon administration, I think 71 or something, somewhere around that, they took gold off, took the dollar off the gold standard, meaning that gold no longer backed the U.S. currency. But here's an opportunity, brothers and sisters, where you can reverse that. You can reestablish. You can start backing your dollars with gold again by buying gold. All right? Buying gold. So go to DarrellMuhammad.net, right-hand corner. Hit that. Put in your information. Start open up your free gold account and buy your first gram of gold today. Today. I don't have any money. That's not true. I'm broke. Well, you're going to stay broke unless you start making the necessary sacrifices and the right sacrifices, right, to play the money game to win by playing the rules that the winners play to win and not these default rules. These rules that we don't know where we got from. We just see people doing it, so we duplicate it. All right, brothers and sisters? So that's my message for today. Are there any questions? Any questions on Mirrorstream, Meerkat, and Periscope? All right? We're back after a wonderful, wonderful weekend in Detroit at Savior's Day. So we're back on it, brothers and sisters. And tomorrow is going to be what? Questions and answers. Question and answer Wednesday. So come to same time tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and bring your questions. Questions only. Right? So we only last as long as they're questions. I have a gold saving account and I'm exchanging declining dollars. Absolutely. That's what it's about, brothers and sisters. You got to be serious, you know. It's time to get serious now, right? Talk is cheap, and it's getting cheaper and cheaper every day. So go out there and get your gold. Go out there and open up your account. Go out there and buy you a couple of grams. Oh, here's the point I wanted to make. If you can't afford gold, buy silver. If you can't afford to get gold, buy silver. But I would say buy gold. Save a little bit extra and buy gold. Gold is the number one universal currency in the world. Not silver, but gold. See, silver would cost you less, right? It would cost you less, but really it costs you more because there's industrial uses for silver, right? And we won't get into that, but there are industrial uses for silver that would cause the silver to fluctuate more than the gold. All right, the gold fluctuation is just on pure supply and demand, which is they all are, but it's just pure purchase. They don't use gold per se for computer pieces and all that kind of stuff that they use silver for. All right. So any questions, brothers and sisters? Real quick, any questions and answers? It's about 36 after the hour. We like to stay within time because this is during the middle of the day. All right. Thank you. Who's that over there, Meerkat? Ramirez. Oh, Ramirez. Thank you very much, Ramirez. Appreciate you for restreaming. All right, if you want to watch the replay, it's only up for 24 hours there at Meerkat. So you have to go to Meerkat and follow me. That's another thing. Follow me on Meerkat. So swipe and make sure that follow button is filled in. All right? So swipe right now and follow because, you want to be prompted whenever we go live here on Periscope with some good stuff. All right? So without that, anything else? Nothing else? Hashtag Black Dollars, hashtag Black Economy, and hashtag Black Wealth. Brothers and sisters, we're here. I'm here to share with you the information that I've got that most of us will never get because we're not seeking it, right? And we can't seek it because we don't know it exists. That's why it's called a secret. But I'm here to reveal the secret, to get you thinking in a different way, to get you looking at things differently as far as economic empowerment, as far as money, as far as jobs, as far as entrepreneurship, right? As far as playing the money game to win and not to lose by learning the rules that the winners play by. And please believe me, they play by totally different rules. Totally different rules. That's why when I became a stockbroker, brother and sister, it mesmerized me to try to intellectualize how somebody can make money off a losing stock. How can somebody make money off a stock price that's going down? That'll change a whole paradigm shift altogether. So that's what I experienced. That's what I'm going to share with you by God's grace on these live stream. But even better than that, you want to go to DarrellMuhammad.net, hit one of my blog posts, subscribe. Subscribe, why? Because we're going to have a private event on the 28th. We're going to have 2 to 3 private events, live events, either conference calls or webinars just for subscribers, just for members on our VIP list. You won't be the only one invited, all right? Because these are for the serious people, not the scared, not the ones that always talking about I'm broke, but for those that say I'm going to do it regardless, and I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do all I can do and then some right now, right? Because we have to do it not just for ourselves, not just for our family, brothers and sisters, but we have to do it for our black community. Because if we don't do it, then we shouldn't fault or expect anybody else to do it. We shouldn't fault the government for not helping us. We got $1.3 trillion at our feet. We want to spend it all. I'm talking about us. That's you too. That's me too. So don't separate yourself. See, that's the problem. Black people separate themselves from the problem. I'm good. No, you're not good. You just think you good, but you're not good, right? That's why I'm sharing, brothers and sisters, because I'm not self-delusioned. And I'm not letting other people and those around me in circumstances, what I see, delusion me. Compared to what's available, compared to what we can do based on what God has given us already, not asking for more, we haven't even scratched the scratch of our individual potential, potential for our families, and potential for our community. So you're not doing good. Those are crumbs that we are living on. I don't care if you got a Mercedes. You got one, other people got 6, 50, boats, yachts. Now, I'm just using that as a measurement. And we'll talk about that here pretty soon. Money is used as a measurement, brothers and sisters. Numbers are only used to measure. Measure weight, measure height, measure width, measure ounces, measure distance. Numbers are used to measure. And that's the only value it has. When you start getting confused when somebody say 10 and 15 boats and yachts and 100 million for a boat and like, oh, they don't need that. You don't understand. It's only used as an indication of measurement, of accomplishment. How far have they gone, right? Like the speed of light. How fast does it travel? That number's not there to impress you and to make you feel bad that your car only go 50 miles an hour and speed of light travels at millions of miles per second. It's to give you an idea of measurement, to give you an idea of distance, to give you an idea of weight. Right? So that's what we're here to do, brothers and sisters, to help us all out, including myself. The more the teacher teaches, the more the teacher learns. So are there any questions real quick? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. This is the money game, and we were talking about gold, yes or no. And the answer to that question, for me, is yes. Yes. Buy gold. I pull mine out of my pocket and show you that I'm not a talker, brothers and sisters. I'm a doer. And when you take action on what you believe, you get out of the realm of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Don't make you a hypocrite unless that's your constant action, right? Or you say something and do the opposite over and over again. That's why you want to take action immediately to get you out of that hypocrisy category. All right? So take action today. Go to DarrellMuhammad.net. Hit the Start Your Free Gold account, and I'll see you over there on the gold side of life. All right? So thanks so very much, brothers and sisters, for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for question and answers at the same time. All right? So as always, we'll see you at the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our community needs your very best. All right, brothers and sisters, take care, and God bless.